What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today, well, I want to show you all of the alternate art cards from the upcoming BT4 expansion. It launches officially in Japan tomorrow, today, depends on when I upload it, really. And I need to give a massive shout out to the lovely DTCG review over on Twitter, who not only collated these images together so I didn't have to, but also was kind enough to check with me that I'd got them all, because they're awesome. So, with all of that done, we're going to have to run through at a fairly brisk pace here, but that's alright. We can absolutely do so. And we might as well start off looking at the secret rares, because, I don't know, people like secret rares, apparently. No surprise here that the free secret rares are getting alternate arts. And as we go through the video, I will have the regular and the alternate art up on the screen so you can compare them at your leisure. We are getting AncientGarurumon, which gives security attack +1 for each of your Digivolution sources with Greymon or is a hybrid, which should usually give security attack +2, not much more than that. But when deleted, you can play a red level 4 or below Digimon with hybrid without paying the cost, which sounds kind of cool. We're also getting the, hang on a second, that sounds pretty much like the last one, AncientGarurumon, that when you attack, you unsuspend 2 of your Digimon that either have the name Garurumon in or are hybrid form, and when deleted, you may play a hybrid level 4 or below blue Digimon from your hand without paying the memory. I am a big fan of AncientGarurumon. We're also then getting Loosemon. Now remember, Loosemon is a secret rare, but is also a level 3. Which is a little bit weird. And it is a 13 cost to play normally. It cannot evolve, and 10,000 power for a level 3 is dumb. But if you've got 10 or more cards in your trash, it's actually a 5 cost to play normally, and at that stage, it becomes pretty gosh darn fun indeed. When you play it, you recover 1 card from the top of your deck into your security, which is cool. And it can only evolve into Digimon with Loosemon in their names. As it stands at the moment, that's nobody, literally nobody, but this is an example of future-proofing. We will get some in the future, I am absolutely sure of it. So with the secret rares taken care of, let's take a look at the other alternate arts, which range all the way from uncommon up to super rare. So let's try and go in some vague semblance of order here, and let's start off looking at red Digimon with a Goonimon, and shout out to DigimonCard.dev here. Anytime you're seeing the black border around them, that means that they've, well, hooked us up with images, because they're awesome. So Goonimon here is a level 4, it's a hybrid Digimon, so it can evolve from a red tamer. If that's the kind of thing you're into, a Goonimon is here for you. Treat a red tamer as if it was a level 3, Digivolve into it, and obviously these cards that refer to hybrid Digimon are referring to this here. Wargreymon is also getting an alternate art. It is a Digimon that can evolve from a red or a yellow, and is counted as a red or a yellow. It's got Digiburst 2, discard 2 Digivolution sources, and lets you play a red or yellow tamer up to a play cost of 4 or less without paying for it. More future-proofing here, there is no such thing as a tamer with a play cost of more than 4, but there might be in the future, you never know. And an inheritable skill that if you've got a tamer, when you attack, one of your opponent's Digimon loses 2,000 power for the turn. Quite frankly, ladies and gentlemen, Wargreymon does an awful lot. And we got Victory Greymon here. When you Digivolve, there is Digiburst 2, to trash 2 cards from Revolution sources, that lets you just flat out delete a Digimon with 8,000 power or less. And that is going to be a lot of different Digimon, and that makes me rather happy. Maybe it shouldn't, but I don't really care, because it does. Moving over into blue, we've again got 3 alternate arts here. Lobomon is getting an alternate art, and this is very much like we saw a moment ago. It's just a hybrid Digimon. It is a level 4 blue Digimon that can evolve from a blue tamer, as if it were a level 3 Digimon. So if you're into hybrid Digimon, the alternate arts have got your back. We also see that ZeedGarurumon is getting an alternate art here. It's not just for level 6s, but we do see 6s get more of the alternate arts. And when you Digivolve, there is another Digiburst 2, trash 2 evolution sources, and it lets you return a level 5 or lower Digimon to your opponent's hand, trashing any of the Digivolution sources. Okay. It doesn't get level 6s or 7s, but it can still get rid of your opponent's Digimon, it can still get them off the field. That sounds like a pretty gosh darn good thing to me. And MirageGaogamon here. This is another level 6. When you Digivolve, you gain 1 memory for every 4 cards in your opponent's hand, which sounds good, but the vast majority of the time you're going to get exactly 1 card from this, and to be honest, there's going to be a bunch of times where you don't get any, which is, yeah. If your opponent's got 16 card hand, yay! But I doubt they're going to. But then again, MirageGaogamon is unblockable. And I mean that in a literal sense. It's got a skill which says it can't be blocked. So you know what? That sounds pretty gosh darned good to me. And if red and blue having 3 alternate arts each made you think, hey, maybe all the colours are going to have alternate arts of that magnitude. No. Yellow gets exactly 1. Sorry. Only 1 alternate art in yellow, but at least it is a pretty good one. It is Wargreymon. When you attack once during your turn, you may add the top card from your security stack to your hand, unsuspend this Digimon, and lower one of your opponent's Digimon by 6,000 power. There's an awful lot of good here. You get an extra card in your hand, and you unsuspend to attack a second time, and you lower a Digimon by 6,000 power, which means you can either take like a 15,000 down to a 9,000 and delete it while surviving, or you can just delete a Digimon, which is fun. But honestly here, you are taking a security, which means there's 1 fewer security for your opponent to take in order to win the game. You have been warned, ladies and gentlemen. You have very much been warned. Now, over in green, there's a couple. It's not perfect. I like green. I'd rather there were more. But there's 2, and they're kind of cool ones, including one of my very favourite cards in the set. So I think I can forgive it. First of all here, we have got an alternate art of Lilamon. Lilamon here is a level 5 Digimon with Digiburst 2, trash 2 evolution sources, to suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. And it's green. This is what green does. Green suspend Digimon. That is very much the hook of green. So you know what? I'm totally okay with this. Is it perfect? No. But you know what? It ain't too bad, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't too bad. Plus, let's face it, it is all kinds of fun. Oh yeah, and there is an inheritable skill that when attacking, if you've got a tamer and you really should have Mimi Tachikawa, you suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. That sounds like an awful lot of fun to me. So yeah, the Digiburst 2 skill is good, but the inheritable skill is also an awful lot of fun. And then Nidogmon. There are 2 Digimon that really excite me in this set. One of them we'll get to in a moment. The other one is Nidogmon. I adore Nidogmon. No, we won't get to the other one. I'm lying. It's Darkdramon. And I'm very sorry. It's not getting an alternate art, which seems a little bit harsh. We'll deal with that when we get to the black alternate arts. I'm not happy about it. But Nidogmon here, I am very happy about. I adore Nidogmon. Now, it's got Digiburst 4, as well as being super expensive, but then it's got really high power, so it does even out. So you need to go level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, and then trash all of them. But if there's one thing that green does well, there's actually 2. It's blocking and it's evolving up fast, but they do evolve up fast. And what you get to do is suspend all of your opponent's Digimon with 5,000 power or less, and then put all of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of their deck in any order, trashing any Digivolution sources from them. So this is a board wipe. It is an absolute ridiculous board wipe. I am hyped about Nidogmon. This is a Digimon I am going to have an awful lot of fun with. So those are the green alternate arts. There aren't that many of them, but there's still more than there are for black. Black gets 1, and it's not Darkdramon, and I adore Darkdramon. And the D-Brigade Digimon in general, honestly. Boo! But we are getting 1. It is Blastramon, and it's not anywhere near as exciting, if I'm honest with you. Oh, it's just Blastmon. Didn't even pronounce it right. That's how excited I am by it. The thing about Blastmon is it's a really big Digimon. It's got 13,000 power and it looks really good and it's got security attack +1, so you're taking out an extra security card. But it's got a skill that when you're attacking, your opponent can essentially block with any of their Digimon. Your skill lets any of your opponent's Digimon block you, so essentially your opponent can sacrifice any Digimon on their field to save you taking 2 security cards. Because you've got 13,000 power and security attack +1, you're taking out 2 security cards unless you get hyper unlucky. Blastmon is almost a phenomenal card, but as a player who really wants to start playing a lot of black decks in the very near future, Blastmon does not interest me even a little bit, and I'm sorry. So that's what we've got from black. In terms of purple, again, there is only one here. These colours were not made even in terms of the secret rares they get. It is Dundevimon. And to be fair, I mean, Dundevimon is the first card we saw from BT4, so it was really cool. They actually, for those of you that don't know, they revealed this Digimon in the anime and then literally a couple of hours later showed us a card featuring it, which is really cool. On your opponent's turn, once during your turn, if your opponent gets rid of one of your security cards, you get rid of one of theirs. And when you get deleted, you trash 2 cards from your opponent's hand. So there's a little bit of hand disruption and you get rid of security cards. I can think of many worse Digimon out there. And that means that there's only one left to look at, and it is a white Digimon here. It is Chaosmon, regular Chaosmon, not Valderon. It is a level 7 white Digimon, Digivolve from either green or black. So, given that I want to play green and black moving forward, maybe I should get myself a bunch of these. And what you've got is a 14,000 power Digimon with piercing. When you delete a Digimon, you also perform a security check. And when you Digivolve, you may unsuspend this Digimon. And then you can attack an opponent's Digimon, even if they're unsuspended. Yes. All of the yes. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, a whistle-stop tour through the alternate art Digimon in this particular set. We have done videos about all of these Digimon, looking at them in way more detail. I'll pop that link in the description, or that series of links, I should say, so you can peruse them at your leisure. But now you've seen the alternate arts, if we're going purely in terms of artwork here, my favourite is still actually Nidogmon, which is my favourite in terms of playability, and that makes me very happy indeed. But I'd like to know which of these Digimon you like in terms of playability, and I'd like to know which of this Digimon you like in terms of artwork, so let me know in the comment section, would ya? Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching WASI Plays.